FlutterFlow is a powerful platform for the developer to design and create a Flutter application with less code. With this platform, we don't need to write code to design a Flutter application, because in this platform we have a widget palette which is already provided by the FlutterFlow team, and we can use them to create our Flutter app UI. Therefore, we can develop our Flutter app UI much faster using the FlutterFlow by only dragging and dropping any widget from here in our application. And also we can use this properties panel here in the right side to design and customize our widgets. The FlutterFlow has lots of features which we are going to cover some of them here by a simple example. Therefore, we are going to create a Flutter app which is showing some personal information here, like an avatar image, the username, and also some details about the user in the body of our app. So let's get started and create a new project. And then in this page, first we need to give a name here to our project, and after that we create a new blank application by clicking on this button. Now you see the FlutterFlow created us successfully a blank page with a simple title on the app bar, which we can click on this page title text and remove it from here. So now let's customize this simple app and design our personal profile app. Therefore, first we click on the app bar to open its properties panel, and now we will change our background color from here to the alternate color like this. Next, in the height property, we will define 160 pixels to have a bigger app bar. And now as you can see, we have multiple widgets here in our app bar. Therefore, from this widget palette here, we need to find the column widget, drag it from here and drop it on the app bar title. And next we should take a text widget and drop it here on our column. Then from here we can change its text value to personal profile. And after that, here we need to search for the circle image and drag and drop it here under our text. Now in the image section, we need to define our image type as asset and also upload an image from our system in our assets folder. Next, we can decrease its radius to 100 to make our circle image smaller, and also in the box fit section we should select the cover mode for our avatar image. After that, we need another text under the avatar image which is showing the username, and for this we should add a top padding from here to have some space between the avatar image and the username. Next, we need a card widget here in the body section which we need to change its background color, and then a list style in our card widget. Now we should change its background color from here to a dark color like this. Then we need to give our user email address here in its title, and after that we will decrease its font size to 16 pixels. And now we should remove the subtitle and also the trailing icon as we don't need them here, but instead we will define a leading icon for the user email address and change its color from here. Now we can go to the widget tree and select the column widget from here. Then in its properties panel we will define padding to have some spaces around our card widgets. Next, we select our card widget and right click on it, then click on the duplicate to add the same card widget in the below. And now we will only change its leading icon from here and also its text value, for example, to 400. The FlutterFlow is not only about designing the UI. We can even integrate with the UI and change the UI while clicking on a button, like increasing the number of our likes from here. So first of all, let's have a floating action button here and change its background color to the alternate, and then add an icon on it by dragging and dropping it here. Then change its icon size and its color icon, and also change its icon from here. Next, we will go to the local state, and from here we need to add a state variable, which in here we should provide a name for our variable and also specify its type to integer, and then we can click on the create button. Now you can see our local state here which we have defined it, and we are gonna give a 0 as its default value. After that, we go to the custom function and then click on the create button to open the custom function page. And then here we need to first add a name for our function like this. Then we should define its return type to integer, and after that we should click on this button to add one argument, which we should give it a name like this. Then we should define its data type as integer from here, and also we should make sure that our variable is not nullable. Next, we can go to the code section, and here inside this function we need to actually write some code for incrementing our value like this. After that, we click on the save button, and from here we need to click on this button to check the errors if our function has. Now we go to the UI builder and click on our floating action button to open its properties panel. Then from the top here we need to go to the action bar, and from here we can add an action by clicking on this button. So now in this open menu you can see there are lots of actions which is provided by the FlutterFlow team, but we want to search for the update local state action and then click on it, and then from here we select the set value, and from here in the value source we choose from variable. Then we click on this and go to the custom function and select our custom function which we have defined it already, and then as you know our function gets an argument, therefore we can select from the variable and then click on this to go to our local state and choose our incremented value from here. After that at the end we should give a 0 as its default value for our incremented value and press the confirm button. Now you can see we have successfully created an action for our floating action button to increase our like value here. Therefore from here we need to select our like list style title, and instead of this static text we will select its value from our local state by clicking here, and also we need to give 0 as its default value and press on confirm button. After that we can click here on the test button to run our app in a new tab, and now as you can see if we click here on our button the light text is increasing by 1 every time. So after finishing the app we can even download the source code from this menu, which this feature is available only for the premium user account. And after downloading we can open the project in our IDE to see all the code which is generated by the FlutterFlow for our application. As you see, these are the generated files by the FlutterFlow, which we can go through them and see how it is coded our application. So now we will go to the main page, which is the start point of our application, and this is the default generated code by the FlutterFlow, which we can even change them if we want to. For example, we can go to the material app and change the theme application from light to dark. Now we can run our app and you see it's working perfectly, and if we click on this button our like text is increasing by 1 every time. As I have mentioned before, the FlutterFlow has lots of features which is not possible to discover everything here, but fortunately the FlutterFlow provided us a documentation section which discovered everything here, which you can go through it to learn more about its features. One of the most important features that FlutterFlow has is how to set up Firebase on our application. Therefore you can go through it and set up the Firebase on our application using this documentation.